Well, here we are at the end of my 70th birthday concert, Let the Music Never End. You might be wondering, where did he come up with that title? Well, let me tell you. Last year, actually a few months before my birthday, our son Ivan was in town to play with an orchestra that I conduct. And it was Sunday after the orchestra concert had taken place, and we were having brunch together before he was going to go back home, and I put on a CD that I really enjoy of Dionne Warwick, of all people. You heard me talk about her previously on this project. And she has a double disc set of music that includes all of her iconic Bacharach tunes, and then a bunch of songs that she's done in concerts over the years. And one of them was this song, or is this song. And the song came on, and I'd had a little bit of champagne, and I grabbed my son Ivan, who was going to be leaving, and we started dancing. And I started to cry. And I grabbed my son Nicholas, and I pulled him in, and the three of us started to dance. And then I grabbed Cynthia away from whatever she was doing in the kitchen, and the four of us had a family dance while this music was playing. And after the song was over, I said to Ivan, "That's the name of my concert. Let the Music Never End," which is kind of a twist on the words of this final song, which is, how do you keep the music playing? The song was written for a 1982 film called Best Friends, starring Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn. The lyrics are by Alan Bergman, and the music is by the iconic Michel Legrand. Michel Legrand, probably my favorite movie composer ever, set the stage for people like Howard Shore and John Williams and others. He's from the era of Henry Mancini and Mantovani and those, and his music is lush and warm and wraps itself around your spirit and gives you an amazing hug, letting you know that life is worth living. So I picked all the music for the birthday concert and all the music that you've heard based on my wanting the music in my life to not end, and that I'm so grateful that it hasn't, and that here I am at 70 years old feeling like I'm 50 or 40 or whatever, and the music hasn't ended. And with the help of friends and my family and others that surround me with their talents and their gifts, and listening to all kinds of other great artists like Dionne Warwick and Oleta Adams and Cynthia Clausen and Tony Bennett, who just passed away this past year, I've been able to find my path and hopefully be satisfied with how the music is shaping itself still in my life at 70. And I want to end this Informance by talking about Tony Bennett with you, because he did a cover of this song. He's sang it as a solo many times in concerts and has 2 or 3 recordings of the song, and then did an amazing duet on one of his duet albums with Aretha Franklin. And if you've just got to go get it. It's it's from some other planet. It's from heaven. Anyway, many years ago, when we first moved to the Chicagoland area back in 99 or 2000, I think, we were at Ravinia, where the Chicago Symphony has its summer home, and Tony Bennett was there. And I've always been a big fan of Tony Bennett, who had a very interesting career that started out with the likes of Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra, and he was pretty popular, and then sort of calmed down and wasn't as popular. But in the last 20 years of his life, he sort of had a reboot. And he didn't sort of have a reboot, he did have a reboot. And he started appearing at Ravinia every year with his jazz quartet. And the first time we heard him there, I got up we always sit on the lawn because we like being out there instead of underneath the shell. And I told my wife, I said, I'm going to go up and just watch him. So I went up there, and I was probably, it was before I was 60. It's been well over 15 years ago. And I was feeling like nobody cared about my voice, and I didn't care about my voice, and my voice was nothing, and I was losing it and all that kind of stuff. And so I go up to the end of the lawn where it meets the hanging, the part that hangs over the audience there at Ravinia, and I'm listening to him sing, and I'm sort of humming underneath my breath as he goes up higher and higher and higher. And by that time, he was already 70 years old, and I'm thinking, that's a high F sharp. from a 70-year-old dude, and I'm 50. And I thought, if he can do that at 70, I can still keep on singing. And he literally became my inspiration. And I started singing all the time till I got to my 60th birthday, as you well know, The Voice of Love, my crooner CD, and just have enjoyed the freedom of realizing that I needed to get out of the way. My critique needed to get out of the way, and I needed to just let the music keep on playing, just like this song says. So let the music never end. For you and for me, enjoy this beautiful song. And thanks again to my team of musicians, and especially to my son, Ivan. And who knows what will happen at 80, but for now, I hope that you have enjoyed these Informances and performances, and that you will find your way of letting the music never end in your life, no matter what it is. It might not be music. It could be cooking. It could be creating great art. It could be acting. It could be being the great tech people that I have here helping me tonight. Whatever it might be, don't let it die. It's worth living every single moment to keep it going, and realizing that the energy that we have been given by God can be used till we take our very last breath. Enjoy, and thanks for listening.
How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep the song from fading too fast? How do you lose your heart to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say? And since we know we're always changing, how can it be the same? And tell me how year after year you're sure your heart will fall apart each time you hear her name. I know the way I feel for you is now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try day after day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music never ends. I know the love I feel for you is now or never. if we can be the very best of lovers and still be best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music